Hi, fifth graders. It is good to see you again. This is week 6. Can you believe it? Week 6 of second quarter. We're just going to start with some bow warm-ups real quick. You want to have a circle between your second finger and your thumb. Make sure your thumb goes in between the pad and the frog itself, not inside the frog like that. Okay? And your second finger comes down over it to make that circle. Everything else flops down. You're leaning a little bit into your first finger, not into your pinky like that. Okay, violins and violas, your pinky then goes on top. Okay, we're going to start just with your D string, 2 counts down. Ready, go. Down, 2. And then check and make sure you're parallel with the bridge and your arm is straight. You don't want to be up here. Ready, and up, 2. Freeze. Down 2. Down 2. Check your angles. And up, 2. When you come up here, make sure you've got the cat's paw, like you're licking your paw. Rock to the A string. Ready, and down, 2. Check the angles. And then up, 2. Good. Again, and down, 2. Check the angles. Make sure that this part of your arm is facing you. You're not like this, okay? Your elbow's up and that part of your arm is facing you. Okay, to the G string. I had a lot of requests to play on the G string this week. That's the one lower than the D string. Sounds like that. Let's go down 2 counts. Ready, different angle, go. Down, 2, then up bow, and up, 2. You do have to put a little bit more weight in this string. Down, 2, to get a good vibration, a good sound. And then up, 2. Good. Let's go with the seesaw. I'm going to switch to violin. We're going to seesaw between the G string and the D string. So we're going to start on G, and then we're going to rest and go to D, and then go up. Okay, so down 2 counts on G. Ready, go. Down, 2. Rock to D, and then up. Up, 2. Check the cat's paw. Rock the G. Down, 2. Rock to D, and up, 2. Good. All right, go to page 17 in your Essential Elements book. Last week we did page 16. We bowed on the open D string and then on the open A string. Today we're going to do page 17, starting with 49. This starts on the A string and then goes to the D string. Ready? 2, A string, ready, go. Down, 2, 3, 4. Rock to the D string, ready, go. Rock to the A string. Why did I rock to the A string? Because there's a repeat at the end. You see those 2 dots at the end? That means we're going to go back to the beginning and repeat. Okay, ready, beginning, go. Down, 2, 3, 4. Rock to the D string, ready, go. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the teeter-totter starts on the A string, then goes to the D string. There are only 2 notes and 2 rests this time. Okay, so check your bow hand real quick. Go to the A string. Anytime you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause and rest a second and then come right back in, okay? All right, A string, 2, check your angles. Ready, go. Rock to the D string. Back to the A string. Rock to the D string. Rest, rest. 51 again starts on A, but there's only 1 rest in between 3 notes. Ready? 2, check your hand, check your hand. Okay, ready, go. down, 2, 3, rock to D, up, just open and shut the elbow, up, rock to A, open, close, open, rock to D. 52 says a strand of DNA. This is one of my favorites, just because I like science. Okay, so we're going to start with the D string. There are no rests on this one, no rests at all until the very end. And then do you see it says bow lift on the very end? All that means is when you get out to here at the end, you're going to lift your bow back to the frog and reset it so you can repeat. Okay? All right, 52. D string first, ready, go. Down, 2, 3, 4, rock to A. 2, 3, 4, rock to D. Back to A. Back to D. Then lift, set at the frog, and ready, go. 2, 3, 4. Back to A. Back to D. Back to A. Back to D. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Good. Good job. Okay, we're going to put our bows down for a while. And we're going to turn back in our book to dreidel number 36. That's on page 13. So page 13, number 36. Last week we went up until the 3 rests in the first line. So we're going to start at the very last measure of the first line where you have E, E, F sharp, F sharp. And then we're going to jump down to the second line, okay? So last measure of the first line, after those 3 rests, 1 finger for E. Ready, and E, E, F sharp, F sharp. Next line is all fingers, G, back down to first finger, E, rest, E. And then we go over the string to an A, then back to the D string with all fingers, G, F sharp, E, F sharp. Okay, I'm going to do that on cello. Starting with first finger E at the end of the first line. After those 3 rests on the first line, we're going to start the very last measure. First finger E, ready, on the D string, go. E, E, then F sharp. Then next line, all fingers, G, skip down to E, rest. E, over to open A, back to all fingers, G, F sharp, E, F sharp. Okay, here's a trick. We're going to leave our F sharp down, okay? That bracket underneath the line, that means to leave that finger down so that you can play A and go back and forth. All you're doing is moving your pizzicato hand. This stays put, okay? So the only way we're going to be able to do that is if your fingers are nice and tall like McDonald's arches, so it makes a tunnel for that A string to go underneath. It's called tunneling, okay? So starting on A, ready, and A, F sharp, A, F sharp, A, F sharp, rest, F sharp. And that's where we're going to stop today, okay? So violins, you can do that too. You're going to put your F sharp down. If you're way down here underneath, that's not going to work very well because you can't make McDonald's arches. Your fingers are flat. You want to bring your elbow underneath so that you're nice and tall here. You've got McDonald's arches, right? It makes your fingers look like that, okay? So starting with A, and you've got a tunnel underneath these 2 fingers, violins and violas. So starting right there on the A, F sharp, ready, go. A over to F sharp, A, F sharp, A, F sharp, then another F sharp, F sharp. Okay, so from the very beginning, your homework will be number 36, just the first 2 lines this time. Okay, ready, beginning. D, first finger, E, then F sharp, open D, rest, back up to F sharp, over to A, then you put G down, F sharp, E, rest, 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 E, then F sharp. Next line, all fingers, G, skip down to 1 finger, E, rest. Over to open A, all fingers, F sharp, E, F sharp, leave that there, and over to A with your pizzicato hand. A, F sharp, F sharp, A, F sharp, rest. F sharp, and that's all you're going to do on that, okay? Then you're going to go in the same video, because you can only turn one video at a time to Schoology. You're going to do Jingle Bells, but you're only going to do line 2 and 4. Okay, we've already done line 1, and line 3 is exactly the same. So we're just going to do line 2 and 4, okay? So starting with line 2, it says G, all fingers down, right? There's the little number above there says either 3 or 4. So that depending on what you play. So we're going to start with all fingers. 3 for violin and viola, 4 for cello. Line 2. Ready, go. 4 G's, 2, 3, 4, and then the next measure has another G down to F sharp. And then the next measure has another F sharp, and then down to E, and then back up to F sharp, E, and then over to A. Yeah, and if you need to rewind just a little bit and watch that again, go ahead and do that. The last line still starts with all fingers down for G. It's very similar to the beginning of the second line. So last line, all fingers down for G. Ready, go. G, 2, 3, 4. Then another G, 5, and then down to F sharp. But instead of doing another F sharp, we're going to go over to open A, then come back and put G, skip down to E, and then do open D. Okay, so again, you're going to do 36, the first 2 lines, and then in the same video, you're going to do line 2 and line 4 of Jingle Bells. Okay? Just pizzicato, guys. No bow on those. Have fun.